What's up, everybody? It's the Digital World Podcast, and I think we are close to universal basic income. Uh, Many of you may know that the child tax credit is something which is going to go directly to families who are in need. So, if you have a kid, two kids, three kids, you will be, um, you will now be, let's say, able to get monthly payments for each kid. And it says here it starts July 15. And I believe it could be up to $300 for each child that you have under a certain age. And here President Biden talks about it.
Hey folks, listen up. I'm going to tell you about a benefit of the rescue plan you might not know about. I'm going to ask you to tell your friends and your families about it. You probably got a stimulus check a few months ago. That's from the American Rescue Plan. There's more to the plan than that. It's also expanded the child tax credit. That means if you have a child, you're entitled to $3,000 per year per child between the ages of 6 and 17 and $3,600 per child under the age of 6. Every working family is eligible if they make up to $150,000 for a couple or $112,000 for a single parent. And thanks to the rescue plan, if you file taxes, the payments will come automatically back to you, and they'll start coming monthly from July until the end of the year. But here's the thing. In general, the parents who need the most help to make ends meet don't actually have to file taxes.
So, folks, I'm telling you, prepare because UBI is on its way. And that's a scary thought because now you're dependent on the state. Now I know there are some families that are in real need, and I completely understand that. But we're talking about the consequences from a universal basic income and what that does. We're now going towards a communist, a socialist type of society. We have to be careful not to go down that very dangerous road. And all signs are pointing towards something like that. And here on this channel, I let my viewers know the facts and what's happening, so you guys are well informed and prepared for different scenarios. Here we see that Warren Davidson says that financial regulators need to figure out what is a security and what is not. He says action is needed, especially on Ripple. So now we see Bloomberg covering this, mainstream media covering this. Listen.
Look, I'm glad the president's meeting with his regulators because, this space has needed attention for some time. Frankly, we're talking crypto especially, but the whole state of financial regulation is having a hard time keeping up with the fintech, innovation that is, moving much faster than regulators can. So I think one of the big things that he has to talk about is how do we do, federal policy that makes it clear what is a security and what is not. That's Gensler with the SEC. You have XRP, for example, is a cryptocurrency that could be very useful for the payment system. But Ripple, how separate and distinct is that as an entity? And if they exercise a lot of control over it, it might look a lot like security. If there truly is a firewall there, it might look like it's not a security. And we've tried for a long time to get a bright line test there to make it so it's less subjective for regulators. And, one of the encouraging things is Gensler really understands that. He taught blockchain courses at MIT prior to taking this current role. So it's good that he has some expertise there.
So, we need to understand the difference between what's a security and what is not. That's very true. And like I've been saying, Gensler's waiting for Congress to set up laws and regulations that will allow for him to go ahead and design and put out his regulatory framework around digital assets. Okay, moving on now. And obviously, we're seeing the market and what it's doing. And it's painful to watch. It really is. But we need moments like this in order to see those massive gains. We have to go through things like this. And right now, it's a tough time. People are calling for the end of the bull market. And maybe that's the case. But when we do, I still think there's a ways to go in this bull market. And time will tell. Maybe I'll be wrong, but I do think there's some more time to go. We still haven't reached that euphoric stage. And I think that the charts um, indicate that that there is one more leg up. Whether that happens, we'll have to wait and see. But when we do enter that bear market, what is your plan in order to, during those 3-4 years of a bear market? And one of the things that Bitboy Crypto put out is, stable coins. Stable coins are important because you can earn passive income on those. You'll generate however much interest on your holdings, and that's how you make money during a bear market. Okay, that's just one of the ways. And so I thought this was interesting, and I thought I'd share it. Given the state of our current markets. Moving on now, we see Anders L. He posted this reminder in 2019. We didn't know why Bob was focusing so much on central banks, but now it all makes sense. We understand now why Ripple has worked with central banks for years. Thanks, Bob. So here Bob says that is exactly why the term has become so popular. Once you have central atomic settlement via two central banks, the game is over. Every other central bank will follow. Otherwise, your country would be at significant disadvantage. So this is the point. I'll give them a follow. Yeah, this is the point. If you can get two central banks to start using the RippleNet or XRP as a settlement mechanism, then it's over because now they have the technology. They're so far ahead of all these other central banks, and they will follow suit. So this is very important, and now we're seeing that play out in real time. Matthew Liny said Deutsche Bank re-enters payment space in joint venture with Fiserv. Now this is important because Fiserv offers global ACH payments through partnership with Airport. And we know Earthport, we've heard about Earthport before. Okay, where's the other? I believe there was more to this thread, but it seems like it's not there. So correction, Fiserv is not a direct Ripple partner, but integrated with Earthport. And so this is crazy. I mean, there's so many connections, and you see them, you see them all around, and it's happening. All these connections and everything that's happening, it seems like it's just coincidence and in the background. But in reality, these are massive partnerships, massive connections, and XRP and Ripple have integrated themselves across globally. And right now, it doesn't seem like a shiny coin that everyone likes. There's actually a lot of hate towards it. But when you look at what they've done, it's incredible. They've really distributed and spread themselves across multiple nations, countries, governments, central banks. Uh, and it's important to take notice because in due time, all these partnerships will come to fruition, and you'll see the work that's been done in the background. So stay tuned for that. And despite what's going on in the market, Bitcoin down at 29, Ethereum 1700, Cardano $1, XRP 53 cents. That's a bargain. Despite what everything is like right now, you just remember, moments like these are necessary. If you can't survive this, you don't deserve the 1,000% gains. It's just not the way it works. You have to go through moments like this, but you got this, and you can do it. And we're in this together. But always have a plan. This is not financial advice, but you have to have a plan so that you can take profits off of your short-term bags. So I hope this episode has brought you some value. Like and subscribe, comment below. What are your thoughts? As always, I like hearing from you. This is the Digital World Podcast, and I'll see you in the next episode.